to Real World AIP, the YouTube channel dedicated to helping you implement the autoimmune protocol, or if you're just into healthy, whole foods based cooking, might be something there for you too. I am Stacey, and today I'm going to show you how I make autoimmune protocol compliant Russian beet soup, otherwise known as borscht. And I'm going to make it in the Instant Pot. Fun fact, my ex-husband was a Russian immigrant, so this is not my first go-round with borscht. Although he didn't really like to eat Russian food. But along the way I learned a little bit of Russian. If you ask me to do something, I'll say, "Сейчас тапочки надену, побегу." That means, yeah, I'll put my slippers on and run. I'll get right to that for you. But then ask me how to say, "Where's the bathroom?" I have no idea. Tupaya americanka. The first thing I'm going to start off with is 1 pound of grass-fed beef brisket that I sliced thin. I got this from US Wellness. They have decent prices on grass-fed beef, so if you're in a food desert or you don't know where to get grass-fed beef, or Whole Foods prices are a little out of your reach, I'm with you there. I paid under $10 a pound for this. I think it was like 8 and change or something like that. Anyway, 1 pound of grass-fed beef stew meat. I'm using brisket, but you could use round or, you know, chuck. All right, I'm gonna add a couple of tablespoons of good quality olive oil to the bottom of my Instant Pot. I'm gonna hit the saute button down here on the bottom, and I'm just gonna let that oil heat up a little, and then I'm gonna brown this meat, and I'm gonna do it probably in 2 or 3 batches because I don't want all the liquid to seep out of it and end up steaming it. Gotta love that highway. While I'm waiting for this oil to heat up, I'm gonna chop up 1 decent sized onion. I like red onions because they're a little higher in polyphenols. Brown both sides and just keep going in small batches until all your meat's nice and brown, and then set it aside. Look, oh. And then I'm going to toss those onions in here. Pour in a little stock if you need to. It's getting a little smoky there. And we're going to saute these, and I'm also going to chop up some celiac. Instead of celery, you could just use like 3 stalks of celery, but I'm going to use the celiac. Scrub it good, peel it, chop that up, and it's just celery root. Just figured I'd go with the whole root vegetable theme. I'll go ahead and use like half of this celiac. I'll save the rest for something else. I had to add more stock to the pot because the onion started burning while I was chopping that. Toss that celery root in there. We're gonna finally chop 4 carrots, a couple of cloves of garlic, and add those to the mix. These tops can be saved for my next batch of vegetable stock, or I can feed them to my crickets. I'm gonna do an update video on those soon. I think 3 cloves of garlic would be good. Alright, so we have that yummy browned beef bits on the bottom, carrots, celery root, onion, garlic. I'm just going to let this saute for like maybe 2-3 more minutes. While I'm letting that saute for a couple more minutes, I'm going to prep the rest of the veggies I'm going to toss into here. So you're going to need beets, about 1 to 1.5 pounds of beets. Scrub them, peel them, chop them. Traditionally, borscht would have potato in it. I'm using this Hannah yam. I got it at Whole Foods. This is like over 1.5 pounds. So I'm going to use like half of this. About 1 pound-ish, 3/4 of a pound of a potato. Something potato-y. Really unripe green banana would be perfect in here, but I didn't have any. So this will work just fine. Any white sweet potato. I'm also going to chop up some cabbage. This is Savoy. You can use any kind of cabbage. I'm going to thin slice a half a head of this. I'm not gonna put that cabbage in just yet because root vegetables take way longer to cook than cabbage. I don't want to overcook the cabbage, it turns to mush. I'll put that in way at the end. So now I have all my root veggies in the pot. I'm gonna put the beef back in there and add the broth. And I'm also gonna add 1 teaspoon of Himalayan pink salt right now. Yum. There we go. Oh, yummy, yummy, yummy. How can I not waste any of that? Oh. The beef spatula. A total of 8 cups of broth. 2 2-liter big 32-ounce mason jars. Before you pour in the whole second mason jar though, leave a little because we have to dilute one more thing we want to add in here. So borscht usually has a little bit of tomato paste in there, some kind of, you know, canned tomato or something like that. So we're gonna make this base taste exactly like we added tomato paste to it. So just using this to, this is the rest of the broth I'm gonna throw in there, using this to mix up my tamarind paste. You could use fresh tamarind pods. I show you how to process those in my sweet and sour meatball video. I've been liking the paste. My tamarind powder got moldy, it got like hard, and I had to throw it away. So all my recipes are going to be using paste from now on. And honestly, I like the way the paste performs better anyway. But if you have powder, just use like a quarter the amount of powder as I'm using paste. So 2 tablespoons. 2 tablespoons of the paste. And also to add in the acidity that the tomato would have, I'm going to throw in 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. Put the lid on. Seal the pressure valve. Now this saute function's still on, so let's cancel that. And then hit manual 45 minutes. Actually do 44. I want to add the cabbage and do another minute. Alrighty, we're gonna do a quick release. That took 5 minutes just to release the pressure. Oh, look how tender this meat is. You see that piece of brisket? Look. You could cut that with a spoon, a butter knife. Oh my, look at that. Alright, I'm gonna put the cabbage in here. I can't believe how tender this meat is. Woo! Let's put that cabbage in. Half a head of cabbage. That lid back on. Sometimes it's hard with... There, yeah, fight with it when it's hot. Alright. I'm just gonna go clear, manual, and then I'm just gonna go 0 minutes. I just want it to come to pressure and release the pressure. That'll be enough to cook. Okay, we'll do 1 minute. 1 minute is up. Let's release that valve again. Woo! Yeah, it took 5 minutes. It's finally done. So I know with a little bit of this, I'm gonna definitely add more salt. I'm gonna do 2 teaspoons of salt and we'll go from there. 1, 2. So we have a total of 3 teaspoons in there right now. 1 tablespoon. Borscht is traditionally a sour soup, so we need to add in a little more vinegar. I know we put in the balsamic and the tamarind, but I'm gonna say like 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar or red wine vinegar, and then you must garnish it with loads of dill, fresh dill. I'm gonna use like a half of this big old bunch of dill, that much. That is very, very tasty. Now we just have to get a little AIP sour cream into this. It's a nice hearty soup. I brought some to Phil to try, and he said it tasted like tomato soup. And you know, the more I eat it and look at it, it really is, without the sour cream, it is very much like a tomato soup. And if you think about it, it has all these same ingredients that tomato sauce has. It's got the beets, it's got the carrots, it's got the, you know, tamarind. Anyway, use that anywhere you would use tomato soup. And this made a nice amount of soup too. It made like 8 servings because I ate a bowl already. Phil and I had a bowl. So, and then we have 6 16-ounce mason jars. So you're looking at 6 to 8 hearty servings. I'll put a link in the description box below and right here to my recipe for AIP sour cream. It looks too pretty to eat. And it's also a little too hot to eat. You hear that clicking noise? That's Wheezy panting. Oh. That is so good. I don't even care about summer being over. I'm gonna just like eat this all the time. Oh, the dill. I taste the dill. The sour cream is amazing in there. It's got the perfect amount of sourness. You could load it up with beef. You could put 2 pounds in there. You could even make it a little spicy and throw in a little wasabi powder. Oh, it's really good just the way it is though. There you have it. Some borscht to go with your sour cream. If you want to see more recipes and inspiration, you can support the channel on Patreon. My patrons get an exclusive recipe video and behind the scenes once a month. And also I post clips often on there, what I got at the grocery store and stuff like that. So I'll put a link in the description to where you can find me on Patreon. I'd love to hear about your borscht, how you make it, if you liked it, if you made any changes to the recipe. And I hope to see you soon. Until then, wood's it off.